Place, and now you got to freak me out. Scream so loud, get licked up played.
Welcome everybody to the Buzz Week in Review for, here we are, the first day of February 2008. And what a first day of February it's been today. Pretty nasty out there. How was your drive-in, Ann?
Not as bad as yours.
Yeah, mine was pretty nasty this morning. Glare ice. We're in the midst of an ice storm. I don't know, what's Mike Psychic calling it?
Ice storm, pretty much.
Yeah, we get about an inch of ice falling, and I guess it's going to turn to rain and then back to snow again tonight.
Yeah, it's raining right now. It's still pretty nasty, and yes, snow later. He said the wet will turn to white. But yeah, this morning, I'm glad I listened to you and Frank on the air this morning, so I knew to take a little extra time.
Yeah. Who tells us? Nobody. I have to find out for myself. And I woke up late anyway today, and then I had to drive in. You know, of course, I want to go fast, but I couldn't because I was skating all over the roads, and with 86 being, you know, I couldn't get on 86 in Salamanca because of the whole Center Street Bridge, so I have to go the back way through Kilbuck, and it's an absolute mess. And we got here, and the parking lot was, you know, glare ice, so I'm trying not to fall, and I finally make it in, and just in the nick of time to go on the air. I always say DJs are like the Pony Express because neither rain nor sleet or snow or even ice to keep us away. We have to get on there and do our job.
I was actually thinking about that while I was pounding the ice off my car this morning. The news director did not say she can't go to work because
that's right.
She has
no
to be
news
there.
Today.
Sorry, I stayed home.
You know, maybe some employees who used to work here probably would do that too. But well, we won't touch on that. If you want to know how bad it is, here's a little scene of our parking lot outside. You can see it's like slush and just ice and crunchy, and now it's not as slippery. When I got here this morning, it was just like an ice skating rink. It was like the Ice Bowl all over again. Ice Bowl Bradford.
Our parking lot is like an ice skating rink, no matter how much ice you have in it, just a little piece. And yeah, the other day, one piece of ice, just one little piece of ice that big in our parking lot. And yeah, I stepped on it.
Out of the whole parking lot, she has to step on the one little square foot that's glazed over with ice, and down Ann goes.
And I thought about just flying there and waiting for the next guy to come in to pick me up, but then I was afraid that he would just run over me.
Yeah, no one's Stephen. He'd be coming in at night, just full bore, and probably run Ann over lane in the parking lot.
So I said, all right, I'll get up.
So that's what's going on today. Of course, there was no school on this Friday. Kids are loving it. Now, this is the third day this week they've been out of school because they had a very eventful weekend last weekend.
Yes, they did. Holy mackerel. On Sunday, a water main broke, and it spilled out 4 million gallons of water. That's how much water. 4 million gallons? Yeah, that's how much water we use in an entire day, and it spilled out in an hour.
Now, this is Bradford City.
Yeah, and well, in some of the surrounding areas.
Okay.
Some of the surrounding townships.
And this was where, on West Washington Street? Is that the one it broke?
This one was on Campus Drive.
Okay.
Yeah, last Friday was West Washington Street.
See, I can't...
Sunday was Campus Drive, and then Monday was Bolivar Drive.
Now, were these all part of the same lines that broke, or are they different lines?
Well, they're all kind of connected, and here's kind of how I understand it. When they fixed the one and they got it going again, some of the lines aren't as new as they should be. But even if they're new, it's like the extra pressure going in there, and it just kind of was too much pressure, and just kind of...
So they were on, you know, a water conservancy at the beginning of the week, which we kept getting a lot of emails, people asking, if we're supposed to be conserving water, why are people still out washing their cars at the car wash?
Because they're idiots and they don't care.
They blame the car wash. I'm like, well, now these are just self-serve car washes, so they have to go out there themselves and do it. So it's not the car wash's fault. It's the person doing it.
And it was just an advisory because it wasn't necessarily a health issue, so they couldn't say we're under a don't use water law or ban or anything. It was just an advisory. And like the water authority director said, we're not the water police. We can just tell you.
It's about being a good Samaritan, a good citizen. If they asked you, please conserve on water, which a lot of people did. And of course, they just lifted the water boiling.
Yes.
Didn't they?
Just a couple of hours ago, an hour ago. And yes, he did say that we would hear it here first. He said this is the best way to get information out, our radio station.
Just in time for that midday magazine at 12 o'clock on WESB.
He called me at 12:02.
Wow, just in
So,
the nick of time.
Yeah, he was hoping it would be around noon, so he did good.
So
by
the
calling me.
water boiling's lifted. I know that was a big problem around here. Water pressure seems to be back to normal. Now when's the next pipe going to break?
It's not.
Are you sure? Did they guarantee anything?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't live in Bradford anyway, so I don't worry about it.
But I have to say, Kim Benjamin and his crew at the Water Authority, they do a fantastic job. And I was telling him that today, but I don't know if a lot of people thank him, but I thanked him for doing a really good job. And he said, Ann, this is stuff that we do every day, you just don't hear about it.
I know. And plus he gets in the spot, too, and then people start getting mad because they don't have water pressure, and they can't drink their water, and then it's all his fault. Like, he purposely went down there with a chisel and started knocking on the pipes to get them to break.
Yeah, like Kim doesn't have anything better to do than spend, like, 4 days trying to figure out why the water
on the week, in the middle of January, go out and deal with water. I can only imagine how tough that would be.
So kudos to Kim Benjamin and the Water Authority. They do a fantastic job getting it all back up and running.
Now the kids, are they going to have to go make up the time that they missed for school?
They have to make up one day. Just
one day?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do that over Easter break?
Nope, February 15th.
Winter break? Oh, that's President's Day, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, we just got the word today. Also, you heard that here first. They don't have to make up Monday and Tuesday because that was when they were closed because of the water. And the State Department of Education said that they declared that an emergency, and so they don't have to make those days up.
No.
So they just have to make
Lucky you kids.
Yeah.
All right, what else is happening? Anything around here?
Oh gosh, I know there's stuff, but there's just...
Yeah, between the water and today with the snow and ice, it's been an absolute chaos around here.
We had wind on Wednesday.
60-mile-an-hour winds down here. I know that too because I got my arm ripped off. Frank and I were going out in the afternoon. I opened the back door. The wind caught it and just, I mean, pulled me right out the door. Frank's standing there stunned, I mean, even more than usual. And I'm there, I'm like, holy cow. He's like, I thought you were going to blow away. And like, luckily I didn't.
Bad.
It was bad. I know Mike said it was like hurricane strength.
Yes. And even up in Buffalo, the winds were so bad that the wind kind of took the water out of Lake Erie and just dumped it on the streets.
Well, Frank was saying it was blowing it all from, Cleveland and Erie, all southwest, and pushing the water level raised. I don't know how many feet did it raise, did he say?
11.
11 feet the water level raised that day. It's the wind pushing all that lake water up towards Buffalo.
And that's a record, 11 feet. Just, weird, wacky weather stuff.
And it's Groundhog's Weekend, so maybe...
Tarport Tony!
Tarport? Tarport Tony.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Tarport Tony of East Main Street in Bradford.
Yeah.
Going to see a shadow and hopefully predict an early spring.
Early spring, and tell us what'll be going on in Stinkfest.
Oh, Stinkfest.
We'll be hearing more about Stinkfest.
I forgot. We're getting to the point now where I've almost been here a year, so now we can start redoing things over and over.
We love Stinkfest.
Oh, Stinkfest was a blast. That's right.
Outhouse races.
Leeks, not to mention the leeks. Absolutely.
Yummy.
Yeah, no, not really.
I like some leeks.
You like? I don't. I hate onions, and don't please. I like the gesture of people that came up to me often. So don't please. I'm not going to eat it. I don't want to seem like a jerk. Just don't even offer it to me. Okay? I'm sure it's good. People like it. I don't. Just don't give me any Stinkfest garbage.
Yeah, he's not being like anti-Bradford. He's just anti-leek.
Exactly. So I guess that's about it. I mean, we've been absolutely swamped around here at the radio station. Like I said, the weather and the water main breaks and TGIF. That's all I say.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. So you don't have anything else for us this week?
Since we talked about High School Musical last week, I do have to mention one more thing about High School Musical. Record-setting audience. We even had to open the balcony on Sunday.
Wow.
So that's all I have to say. Well, except good job, guys. You did really good stuff.
All right. So very good. So there you go. There's another week in review from the Morning Buzz here at the radio station. For Anne Holliday, I'm Scott Douglas. We'll see you next week.